to survive the classroom.
Without further ado, I do want to get to the stuff that you guys sent me. So let's go ahead and jump in to the first audio clip that was sent in.
So I'm a high school science teacher, but not a bio or an anatomy teacher, which is relevant to this story. A bunch of years ago, students were supposed to be working on a project, and I overhear a group, mixed girls and boys. The boy, maybe 15 years old, was talking about how he wanted to get a vasectomy as birth control instead of using any sort of other method because he thought that was pretty foolproof. So I thought, wow, this is a chance for me to actually educate them on something that would be useful for their life. So I went over and explained to them how that was a terrible idea and it's possibly not reversible. And also, no doctor is going to do this to a 15-year-old. They just kind of looked at me and they're like, yeah, okay, whatever. So I move on, make my rounds, talking to other students, and all of a sudden I hear a little bit of a commotion. I turn around, and it's the same group of students, and they have the computer open, and I look, and the kid had pulled up a YouTube video of someone actually getting a vasectomy. So they were watching a vasectomy, and I was about to stop it, but I thought, you know what? That's going to be better education than anything they're going to hear from me. So I don't think he followed through on this plan.
Yeah, I bet not. Not after watching the video of what is involved in a vasectomy. You know what is, I think, wild to me as well about like, oh, I'm just going to use it as birth control because obviously that's why people do it. Here's the thing though, I know so many people who like the husband went like they were done, right? And it was almost always couples that were like, okay, we had 2 kids, like we're done now. He's going to get a vasectomy. Guy goes, gets his vasectomy. And then within a year they're pregnant because it did not take. Because that is one of the crazier things is like your body will sometimes heal and you will in fact end up still being fertile. And so I have one friend in particular who had given us our high chair with our kids like right before we moved. She had just given us a high chair because like, you know, we needed an extra one and all of that. And she had had 2 kids and then her husband got a vasectomy. And then I saw on Facebook that she was pregnant. Like she was like 6 months along when she announced it. And I was like, oh no. Because I knew her husband had gotten a vasectomy. She's like, we're definitely done. He got surgery. And I was like, all right, cool girl. And then she announced like, oh, I'm 6 months along. You know, what a surprise this was, blah, blah, blah. And then he got another vasectomy. Then we find out like, I think it was a year after that, after his second vasectomy, she got pregnant again. So it was 2 failed vasectomies. And here's the thing is like you're supposed to go back for follow-up appointments at like different iterations, but I also feel like it really matters like how fertile both of you are because I would never trust a vasectomy. Like I have so many friends and family who, you know, they've dealt with all these kind of fertility challenges and stuff like that. Like that was never something that we dealt with. Like I had a miscarriage early on. With my first pregnancy, but I never dealt with infertility like really after that. And so I would not try. My husband's father has 9 children. Like if if my husband were to look at me wrong and I didn't have my IUD in wrong like correctly, I'd be pregnant. So no, thank you. I don't trust that at all. But I do think it's really hilarious that they were looking at it like that. Like I don't know. And I feel like, did we talk about it on here before that when men get vasectomies, they have to be in stirrups? I don't know if we talked about that, but I have a friend who she went to her husband's vasectomy and she was like, cool, like I'm just gonna be there like to support you, I guess. And no, they do. They make the man like sit in stirrups. And then anytime that they like do any surgery, they'll always put like down like a sheet to like tape around the incision area and all of that. And so in the case of a vasectomy, they will put down a sheet over everything. They tape the penis to their belly and then they just plop out each testy and just hibachi grill the whole thing. No, I'm sure it's not at like a hibachi. I don't think they're allowed to throw the scalpels around when they're doing it. But they do in fact like just plop those bad boys out, and the guy's like in stirrups and all of that. So not to like dissuade anyone from getting this, because I've heard it's not all that horrible pain wise or recovery wise, and men usually get like pretty good drugs when they when they get this stuff done. But good little knowledge nuggets for you that you should go watch your significant other go and get their vasectomy when they do it, because I would absolutely kill to see my husband have to be up in stirrups. It's absolutely terrible. Thank you so much for watching. Want more of How to Survive the Classroom? You can watch the rest of the episode right now. Just click on that little box over there. Do you see it? And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Okay, bye.